Okay, so I know that it has been a long time since I made videos, and yes, I have made the Valentine special video, but other than that, my uploads are a bit lackluster compared to last year. Not to mention the fact that my 18th birthday happened back at April 5, which means that I'm literally an early young adult age area, you know? Which leads me to make this video and plan on what I'm going to do on this channel moving forward. So let's get to the updates. Alright, so I mentioned this review a few times in some previous videos I made, and I think it's about time I actually make an update surrounding it. And the big question surrounding it is, where the heck is it? Why is it taking this long to make it? For the first question, I'm still making it. It's not going away. It's not getting canceled or any of that. Well, if it's not getting canceled, then why is it taking an entire hecking year to release it? Well, it's mainly because of the topic itself, if of course that makes any sense to you. Basically, I got disinterested into talking about Misai to the point where I just wish I was talking about some other content out there. And yes, Misai was that boring. So I have to put it in a hiatus state, and no, that word doesn't mean that I don't want to work on it anymore. I still want to talk about it. It's just that I would rather talk about stuff that I'm actually interested into talking about than a video game that is 1 year old at this point. And speaking about interesting stuff, let's get into another project in the works. Yes, I'm going to talk about Incredibox modifications again. Just because one video got the community from that music game furious doesn't mean that I'm done with Incredibox. After all, I still need to talk about how awful the community is. But this series isn't about that. What I want to discuss here is the mods that the community makes, and most of them are quite mediocre. Now, let me elaborate once again. There are a few mods out there that I think are actually good. Here's some examples. Veta, Void, Bones, Nightscape, The Story of Travis, Voltage, Downtown, Purple City, The Last Day, and Pop Zay. But when you have to play every single mod and look at them critically, you'll notice that most of them have the same amateur problems with how the designs look, how the music looks, which is the most important part of these mods since they are literally modifications of a hacking music game, and how they are animated, because it can also look very distracting. Now, a lot of these problems are coming from the fact that most members of the Incredibox community are children and teenagers, which is understandable, but they use this as an excuse to be bad at making stuff, because, oh, they're young, they're just learning the basics and stuff. Never mind the fact that Garden of Banban was made by two brothers that are in college, or the fact that the Three Little Princesses was made by one guy, or the fact that the Glitch Tale was made by one artist. They're all terrible at the end of the day. And to some idiots out there who are wondering, yes, even some indie projects can be bad. Not all of them, but a few of them. Hopefully I made that clear to you all. Anyways, I'm going to review these mods, but here's the thing. I can't review all Incredibox mods. That's mostly because of the limitations. Like, one, some ports of some mods aren't downloadable, so if I can't get the mod, I'm not going to bother to review it. Two, most of them are just boring or lack any substance to talk about. Yes, even more so than Misai. And three, just for the sake of my own sanity. Now, these rules will also apply to my future ranking Incredibox mods video, which I have decided to uncancel, so prepare for that. But yeah, I'm just going to select some mods that are the most interesting to review and ones that I even like. Heck, I got some thumbnails for some reviews that I'm planning to make. I'm also planning to remake my older Incredibox reviews because if I have to be honest, I don't like the fact that they're literally just gameplay videos with critical commentary. Not only do I already have a gameplay channel for that content, but it's also just very hecking lazy in general, and I hate it, and I don't like to be lazy. So yeah, I'm gonna remake those. The first one I'm going to remake is ironically the most controversial one in my list, and that is the hecking Deep Blue one. And yes, I have seen the comments over there. I still stand by everything I said there because it's actually true. Even the problems with the community, because let's face it, the community is not even a good one anymore. But anyways, that's it for this update. Let's get to the other stuff. And yes, I'm also going to talk about scratch mods as well, so prepare for that. Alright, so Now let's get this out of the way. I know that I'm making a lot of playlists and series on my channel. Things like the CIA series, the character analysis series, the ICS series, the media topics series. It's a lot to take in. And the main reason why I'm making a lot of these playlists and stuff is that I want my channel to not just be an average review and analysis channel, but also this weird investigation on some weird content creators and talking about pieces of media that no one talks about, like the multimedium and I Just Want to Be Single, for example. But the big problem is that when I have a topic that is like 30 minutes or 56 minutes, and I have lots of ideas for new videos, which leads me to making a series that I'll be calling The Clone Wars' Short Sandwiches. Or just short sandwiches for short. This series will have videos that are obviously much shorter and therefore much easier for me to make. And no, that doesn't mean that they'll be worse than the main fleshed out videos that I usually make. I'm also going to add as much effort that I possibly can as the main stuff. But anyways, let's get to the final update for this video. I think it's about time I mentioned this update because I don't like how my avatar is only at one side of the screen, which is taking up a lot of space. So to fix this issue, I'll rework my PNGs so that they can appear left, right, in the middle of the screen. So prepare for that as well. Anyways, that's all the updates I wanted to share, and see you guys next time.